Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to another video now. Today's video, last video was saltwater related. The next video after this is going to be saltwater related. But I need to get some fresh water in here, and I need to talk to you about what happened to my koi pond. Before I show you the koi pond, I want to show you the ducks. These guys are doing really well. We have Peanut right here, and then Butter right here on the right, or my right. These guys are doing super good. They're just being ducks, waddling around, trying to escape at any chance they get. But they are doing fine. Their coop's still doing good, which you probably know by now. They go in this at night, but then the rest of the day they kind of just get to roam out here, and then they get to be in the grass in the backyard when we are out there with them, if that makes sense, because they get in the pond and they mess stuff up. Every once in a while, about once a day or so, for an hour, they're allowed to go rummage through the grass. They run around the backyard and have a great time, picking through the grass and stuff. But overall, the duckies are doing great. But swinging on over to the koi pond. So this pond used to be nice, pristine, plants were thriving, everything was doing great. And then this happened. All my plants are just dying, and that's also because it's getting super cold. But what's not dying is algae. As you can see, these rocks are covered in algae, and with all the rainfall and wind, it's blown a ton of these leaves into the pond, which is a big issue because as the leaves break down, it produces nutrients, and then the nutrients creates more algae. So the pond is looking very not good right now. I had to empty my skimmer about every hour last night when the storm was going on because it kept filling up and it kept sucking air. Also, as you can see right here, I have these two umbrellas. Now, it was so windy that these umbrellas almost fell in the pond multiple times. So as you can see, this one right here is like a hanging umbrella, and it's supposed to drape over the pond, and well, it was just not doing that. The wind was destroying it, and it almost fell in the pond 4 different times. But as you can see, big algae issue now. What I'm going to do is try to vacuum out some of these leaves. I have this pond vacuum right here that I actually made a video about, and it's doing very well. This thing was like $15, and it works very well. It's just kind of hard to get into all the nooks and crannies, which of course this pond has a lot of. All the fish are still thriving though, it's just the pond is very nasty. As winter rolls in, it's probably going to be pretty nasty. Before we go inside, I want to share with you another pond cleaning trick in addition to that vacuum. This is a standard soft brush broom, and this works great for sweeping the sides of the pond. As you can see, that big cloud of dust comes off, and that's basically algae dust. Now, by brushing the walls of your pond, which some people do, some people don't, I like to do it because it keeps algae off the pond liner and just gives it an overall cleaner look. As you can see, all that dirt is bloomed up into the water column and is being sucked in by my skimmer, which then allows it to come out my waterfall fresh and clean. So what I do from time to time is I'll just go along like this and basically just sweep or brush the sides of the pond just like you would a swimming pool. And then also you can do the same thing on the rocks down here, to help scrape off the algae. It's a very light dusting, but it generally helps a lot. These brooms are cheap, like $10. You can't beat it. This is one of my favorite pond maintenance tools. Later. There, after about 5 minutes of me sweeping the bottom of the pond, as you can see, those are all the leaves that have surfaced. What happens is they get trapped under the rocks, and then as soon as you dislodge them, this happens. So hopefully these will all float into the skimmer where I can go ahead and remove them. But yeah, pond definitely took a beating. It's not looking too good right now. Okay, so I just went ahead and brushed the entire pond, kicked up a whole bunch of debris, netted out a ton of leaves, a ton of leaves. And I also cleaned out the Awaza canister filter so we're nice and flowing strong again. The skimmer now has a lot more suction and is just kind of cleaning the rest of the pond up. Filling it up with fresh water right there from the hose. Off camera while the pond was filling up, I went ahead and added some dechlorinator. This one is by Aquatic Experts. They are actually one of the sponsors of next video. But they went ahead and sent over a goodie bag, which you'll see in the next video, with a whole bunch of stuff. And so this right here is their dechlorinator. It works perfect. I just dosed the pond with the dechlorinator, which I should have done it on camera, but I forgot. And what that does is it will remove all the harmful elements from this tap water, making it completely safe for the koi fish. Wow. Quick update on the aquarium. We use those plant bulbs in. As you can see, the plant bulbs have sprouted and grown into these massive plants that go all the way up to the water surface. This tank is doing really good. All the fish are thriving. But I do need to go ahead and clean this filter right here. And to do that, I'm going to replace the filter media with Aquatic Experts Filter First filter pad. A very easy process. We'll start out by coming out here and removing the old filter cartridge, just like so. As you can see, just by doing that, it made the aquarium absolutely disgusting because this cartridge is long overdue from being changed. So as you can see, the aquarium's a disaster. I got the filter taken apart, And here's what's inside. So this cartridge breaks down super easily. As you can see, it's already starting to tear. And that's why I don't like cartridges. They're plastic, they're just very wasteful, and they're also very expensive. A great option to replace these cartridges is lava rock. This stuff is super cheap and houses a ton of beneficial bacteria. But you still need something to go ahead and remove the organic waste out of the aquarium or the dirt, debris. And that's where a filter pad like this stuff comes in. This specific one is kind of coarser on one side and finer on the other, meaning all the coarse debris gets caught here and keeps the fine side clean. Super easy. All we do is take the little cartridge holder, place it just like that, line it up, take scissors and cut it out. Very simple. Just like that, cut it to fit, and it slips right in here just like a normal cartridge. Now, this is also reusable, which means you can take it out and wash it. Unlike a filter cartridge like this, you can actually wash this, so you don't just have to throw it away every single time. Then we just come back to the filter, it's a little dark, and just slide that literally right back into this place. Of course, there's a lava rock in the way. Let me get that rock out of the way. And now we can try it again. Slides right in. And as you can see, what happens, get this filter media out of the way, is that water sucked up, passes through the little foam, and then goes clean into the aquarium. Then we can take lava rock, which is great for biological bacteria, and place this down here on this side of the filter, just like so, just to keep it wet so the beneficial bacteria can grow. Just like that, the filter's been cleaned, and we are good to go for another month or so. I also want to show you the betta fish in my bathroom. He is doing pretty good. Tank's a little bit cloudy because I just stirred up the duckweed, but he's doing really well. The only issue I have with this tank is algae. I don't know why, but there's just so much algae in here. I have a whole bunch of nerite snails in here, and the fish doesn't seem to care. The fish is doing very, very well, but for some reason I just have a lot of algae, so I'm trying to keep the light off as much as possible to reduce the algae. Another guy you haven't seen too recently is my turtle. He's doing great, as you can see, basking under the heat lamp. You know, I'm just having a great time being a good turtle. I had to move his tank to another room for a couple days, kind of stirred everything around, and it gave me a chance to do a deep clean, so I went ahead and deep cleaned the canister filter and all the stuff like that. But he is doing very, very well, as always. I mean, he's a turtle. He's always happy. Now, that is going to be pretty much it for the video. Sorry if you can hear the ducks in the background. They're quacking a lot. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, leave them down below. Once again, thanks for watching, and goodbye.